Hello. 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 हेलो एवरीवन। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का टॉपिक हमारा, जो कि इंट्रोडक्शन है आईपीएस आईडीएस एंड नेक्स्ट जनरेशन फायरवॉल। साथ ही हम देखेंगे आज कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कैसे करते हैं स्विचेस की। और इन केस हमारे हमारे पास टाइम होगा देन वी विल गो फॉर एक्सेस पॉइंट। ओके, तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। देर नहीं करते हैं ज़्यादा। ऑलरेडी आई थिंक 8:07। इट्स ऑलरेडी लेट। सो हाँ, जो यूट्यूब पे देख रहे हैं प्लीज़ एक बार आप चेक करिएगा कि राइट लेफ्ट राइट कॉर्नर में, राइट डाउन कॉर्नर पे थोड़ा सा वेबकैम का है, तो उसके लिए हम आपको नोट्स वगैरह दे सकते हैं इन केस आप पिंग करते हो फॉर नोट्स पर्पस देन। तो जैसे कि आ, हम ऑनलाइन है एंड एवरीथिंग will be online, like either it is course or it is notes, everything you will get online and only. And there is a course section. You have to just log in into networkingscholar.com and you have to go into the course section and you will find the course. That the name is, the course is uh, free CCNA 5-day CCNA workshop, and you will get everything here, either like video recording as well as notes as well. Okay, so today we are going to start about our fourth topic, that is next generation firewall, IPS and IDS. If we will have time, sometime, then we will go for access point and configuration as well. So let me start the today's topic. So what is next generation firewall actually? Okay. So next generation firewall is the device which is helping us to protect our network. We everyone know firewall is helping us to protect our network. Okay. So uh, So let's talk about next generation firewall. So next generation firewall and IPS, today we are discussing about both of the things. So next generation firewall and intrusion prevention system, that's called IPS, is an advanced security solution. Is why? Because it is designed to protect our network from various cyber threats. Either it is something is malicious, or something is coming from outside, something is going is requested from inside to outside, and it is trying to get some information from outside. So this kind of information we are getting. Okay, then here you can see the intrusion prevention. This is the full form of IPS, not Indian Police Services. And next generation firewall, we always call that NGFW as firewalls. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about only next generation firewall, not about the firewall, but we will have a short conversation and about traditional firewall as well. Okay, then let's go. Let's talk about what is next generation firewall and how it's look like. So next generation firewall will look like that. Here you can see this is the console port. Total. This is the next generation firewall actually. Okay, either it could be a FTD, and it's also contain FMC feature as well. Okay, so not an this is not an issue. It either it could be a standalone, or we can uh, manage by using firewall management center. So next generation firewall it will look like this device, or there are multiple devices. We already discussed in first week lecture about where we started in last Saturday. So you can watch this video for that information if you don't know how many firewalls are there and how it will look like. So this is high end box. Here you can see this is the hard drive slots. This is interface slots which can support SFPs, small form factor. Okay, here you can see this is also a slots which can also support SFPs, and as well as this is empty slots, hard drive slots. Okay, so we can install as per required. We can install slots in this firewall. Okay, then we are talking about what? Then we will talk about its features, like what kind of features is there in this firewall. So here you can see there are some features which is included into firewall, into the next generation firewall. Basically, I have collected this photo from Cisco, that's why. So in the next generation firewall, we can do what we can do. We can do clustering and high availability. Clustering is for what? Suppose that we have huge traffic in our network. In that case, we have to use clustering because resource will be sharing to each other, or in case something is getting failed or something is getting live, in that case also we are using clustering. High availability is the same thing as we are using for redundancy. In case one firewall got getting failed during production or during data transmission between source to destination, in that case it will help us to get the information, or it will allow us to share information without any interruption. Okay, then there is network firewall, that is basic firewall features as well as routing and switching. It can do both of the thing. Application visibility and control, it can support application visibility, like based on URL, based on the particular application, it can support. Okay, then there is one more thing, built-in network profiling. We can check the built-in network profiling. Okay, and there are some features which is subscription based, that is called like intrusion prevention. So we will discuss about it and what is intrusion prevention, as well as advanced malware protection and sandboxing. So what it will do, it will check all of the packet incoming packets, either you are downloading a files or something is coming from outside, it will check everything. Okay, then there is URL filtering. So it will check for URL filtering, like something is if you are trying to go google.com, and if the URL is not properly not matching, like https colon slash slash www dot google.com. Okay, and if there is something google not google.com gle.com, then it will check the URL and it will deny this. Okay, it will block the traffic. And there is also one thing, this is also important for us, that is identity policy control and VPN. Virtual private network can support traditional firewall as well, but there is one more thing, that is identity policy control. So what it is doing, it is actually doing that, suppose that we have a user, and it is the user, there is a machine and user have login with their credential. Suppose that in this machine two users are working at a time, one is working in the morning and one is working in the evening. Okay, morning and evening. Ram is working in the morning and Shyam is working in the evening. Suppose that Ram is allowed to go everywhere. Okay, and Shyam is not only allowed to go some specific site. So what it will do, it will check the user identity as per the requirement, as per the policy, and it will allow to Ram to go everywhere, and to Sam it will allow to go some specific URL which is allowed by their administrator. Okay, so these kind of the thing which can we do on which can do by it is doing by the next generation firewall, by using the feature that is called identity awareness, basically. Okay, so then there is next generation what is intrusion prevention system, IPS. So this is the subscription based thing in the next generation firewall. And okay, so IPS will look like that, how between your firewall and your router, there will be a intrusion prevention devices. It can monitor your company employees employee traffic, company network, as well as your other things. It is like your server information on anything which is after your firewall. Okay, so it will check look like that. Suppose some user is employee is trying to go over the internet and for surfing something. So what it will do, it will check, it will first it will pass through the, suppose that we have allowed for everything. Okay, for all traffic are allowed, so traffic will pass through that firewall, and it will inspected by what, IPS. And IPS, what it will do, it will check everything. It will copy, it will inspect its traffic, and it will let it will allow to go that traffic to the internet. And then if suppose that there is something which is not allowed, like file upload or something, in that case what it will do, it will block the traffic. Okay, so these kind of the thing can be done by uh, IPS as well. So there are one more thing, let me show you so how it is going. So suppose that if you have intrusion prevention system in your network, so how it is detecting, okay, how it is detecting your traffic. So it is taking traffic like there is something signature based like antivirus things are there. So it can work on that way, as well as it can check for anomaly. Okay, it can check by host based something if you have enabled something for host, or it will check also network based. Okay, so it can do look like that. So we will discuss one to one later in our security section, which is fifth section of our CCNA class. So we will discuss there and in brief, and we will discuss IPS in our upcoming classes, that will be the next generation firewall. So you will learn everything there about IPS as well. Okay, so let's talk about the next generation firewall. What is actually next generation firewall and how it is going to be uh, work in our network and how it is going to protect us. So we already learned about next generation firewall, just basic information we took that. So next generation firewall is an advanced network security device that combine traditional firewall you have traditional firewall with additional features as a application awareness. We discuss about deep packet inspection. Okay, DPI, it's called deep packet inspection. In the sense traffic will inspect deeply. It will encrypt and decrypt the packet. Okay, and it will then after that it is going to be allowed for user. And advanced threat detection and privilege capabilities, prevention capabilities. So it will check advanced threat detection like anomalies or something, which is included in IPS. Okay, and prevention capabilities. So if there is anything which is like 0-day attack or something, then it is going to be blocked by the firewall. Then there are some key features as well. So key features is, first key feature is there stateful inspection. What is stateful inspection actually? So a stateful inspection is that when next generation firewall inspect at the network and transport layer, where network and transport layer 3 and layer 4. Okay, it will check layer 3 and layer 4 of OSI model as per the OSI model. Okay, tracking the state of connection to allow authorized traffic. If the IP is not allowed, then it is going to be blocked. If the protocol is not allowed, then it is going to be blocked. Look like that. Okay, so we can consider as per now. Then there is application awareness. So what is actually application awareness? So application awareness is that next generation firewall and okay, what it is doing, identity and control application. Suppose that some user is already allowed, as we discussed, Ram and Sam is there, and they are working on a single machine. Based on IP address they have allowed everything, but based on identity there are something allowed. Ram is able to go surf every search anything on the internet, but Sam is not able to do that. Okay, because of their policies. So look like that, it is going to be work application awareness, it is working like that only. So what it is doing, it is next generation firewall is doing like identity and control application traversing the network, that allowing administrator to enforce general policy based on application type and behavior. Suppose that something is there, application that is not allowed, like Facebook web is allowed, but Facebook application is not allowed. So these are two things, different things. Like WhatsApp, WhatsApp web is allowed, but WhatsApp application is not allowed. So it is only possible through application awareness. Okay, if the firewall don't know about the what is actually web and something, web and actually application, then it is not going to be allowed. Okay, so it is look like that. Then there is intrusion prevention. We will discuss about it later in a brief. Okay, so let's take some small introduction here. Next generation firewall include IPS that block unknown vulnerabilities and attacks pattern in the network. Suppose that something is unknown vulnerabilities, that is some like something is coming first time in your network, or it is new to the internet. So in that case it is going to be work. Then there is content filtering. Content filtering is that next generation firewall can filter web content and URL to block access to malicious and inappropriate website. Suppose the malicious in the sense like if you have login to the some website who is providing your crack software like that. Okay, so crack soft, if you're talking about that, and in inappropriate website like who is sending multiple ads or something look like that, so it is going to be blocked like to block those traffic and those AdSense or something which is actually not legitimate for us. And it's also prevent malware to malware download. Suppose that it is something, it is prompting your PC is getting slow, look like that you have seen maybe multiple time before, before starting this class. So suppose that there is something, okay, and it is prompting you, your PC is getting slow, you can download this Avast virus or something. I'm not blaming that Avast, but just it is doing something, it was trying to send show you information that your PC is getting slow, and you have, what you are doing, just you are clicking on the link and you are just downloading. So if there is anything that is malicious, so it is not going to, and they to download to your PC as well. Okay. Then there is user identification. So user identification we already discussed like that. So then user identification, in the brief we can say that user identification and user group based authentication credential, that is allowing by the next generation firewall, and it's also allow administrator to enforce policy based on user identity. I already discussed about like for example in the RAM as and SAM. So you can take this example. SSL encryption inspection. What is SSL inscription? Sorry, inspection. SSL inspection is that it will encrypt and inspect SSL traffic by encrypting. Okay, SSL encrypted traffic to detect and block threats hidden with encrypted communication. Some suppose that something you have, there is something encrypted, okay, between your PC to PC, but in the PC to server, server to PC, but something is something came from outside and during the connection, and that is then what it will do, it will check SSL inspection, it will encrypt the packet, it will decrypt the SSL traffic, and it will check if there is anything malicious, then it is going to be blocked. Then we have few benefits of next generation firewall. So there are, why we are talking about benefits. Suppose that if we already have in traditional firewall in the network, then why we have required. So there are some specific features which can only next generation firewall can support, like enhanced security posture. So how it is going to be enhance your our posture. Suppose that it is detected any threat or zero day threat. Suppose that something is that is really new, just created 1 minute before, and it is trying to come to your from outside to your PC. Okay. So in that case, what it will do, it will check for what, it will check for signature. Okay. Signature, if signature is not getting matched, then it is going to be blocked. Why? Because it will take that traffic to hold, and it will send that traffic, and it will send that packet to the cloud where like IPS subscribe, from where we have done taken subscription for IPS, it will send that traffic to there, and it will check in their domain or in their network, and it will create a signature, either it is bad or good. Okay, based on that, and it will push to that signature to our database, as in our firewall database, which is the basically subscription based. So we can only work where if we have taken the subscription. So in that case it is going to be work. Okay, so how then suppose if there is 0 day attack, then it is going to be blocked by firewall. Okay, so this was the example. Then there is granular policy informants. How it is going to work? Then next generation firewall allow administrator to create, enforce general security policy based on application type, user identities, and content categories. Like content, something is content, like if you're talking about content for what, that like pornography, that is blocked. User sham is not allowed to go anywhere. Application type like web is allowed, but mobile application is not allowed. Okay, so look like this kind of the thing we can manage by the next generation firewall, and administrator can create the policy accordingly as per the requirement. Then there is improve visible and control. Visibility and control, what is it? Is actually it is allow to us to monitor the network traffic, identity information, security risk responses, and many more things which can done by which can do by the firewall in the management section, and we can do also monitoring. Okay, then is simplified management. So what is simplified management? Suppose that we have traditional firewall. There are not only one firewall, we have more than 15 or 20, 15 or 20 firewall we have. If suppose that, then what we have to do, we have to log in one by one, one by one, one by one, and we have to make policy one by one. So if in the case, if we have next generation firewall, then we can manage those firewall at a single so is in a single window. And okay, and we can monitor, we can create the policy, we can monitor the thing, and we can configure the firewall across the distribution network. Okay, so this kind of the thing which can be done by our firewall. So this is the thing which was included in the next generation firewall. So why it's came in the network, and why it's what build. Okay, so there was something which we are going to discuss about here, the next generation firewall, as well as if we have already a traditional firewall, then why it is required, why next generation firewall is required. So so there are comparison of next generation firewall, and let's see. So traffic filtering like port, and let me change the paint color. So let me take a blue. Okay, like port, IP addresses, and protocol base. So it can support by traditional firewall. This is the column of traditional firewall, and this is the column of next generation firewall. Okay, so here you can see this kind of the thing is supported by both of the firewall. Either it is traditional or next generation firewall. Application visibility and control can be partially done by the traditional firewall. Like you can block whole of the traffic like facebook.com or google.com. But if you are going for a next generation firewall, talking about next generation firewall, then we can uh, we can do we can create the policy in detail. Suppose that you are going to surf google.com, but you are not going to download any kind of images. Okay, look like that. Then there is opex and cpex. So it is higher since separately needed, but buy and maintain. But in the next generation firewall, it is allowing us single box. It will allow us to do these things. Okay, IPS, it is not going to be support, and next generation firewall is going to be support. NAT, both of the device can support NAT, either as well as router can support NAT as well. Okay, router is also going to support. VPN firewall, VPN can supported by NAT, sorry, traditional firewall as well as next generation firewall. Okay, then there is application awareness, application layer awareness. So it is not going to support because it's work on layer 2 and layer 4. But if you are talking about next generation firewall, so it is going to support, because why? So in the OSI model we have seen there are 7 layers. Okay, and here you can see it can support layer 2 to layer 7. That's why it is going to be work. Identity services, next gen traditional firewall is not going to be work, and if you are talking about next generation firewall, then it is going to be support. Okay, throughput and performance, if you are talking about, then definitely next generation firewall was really old, and it is still working. So it has limited capacity of their interfaces. But if you are talking about next generation firewall, then we can see that it is much higher than traditional firewall. Doesn't change much on introduction. Okay, of additional services, like if you are talking about SFP module, or we can we add the slots or something, so we can do that. Then there is reporting, so it can provide a standard reporting, like we can download something specific. But if you are talking about reporting, and suppose that some your administrator is asking uh, daily report, or user based report, or a specific protocol based report, or server based report, network based report, so we can create on in the next generation firewall, and we can work on it. So these are the things which can which can be learned in different firewall. If we are working on, or if we are learning about traditional firewall, so these kind of the thing we can learn. And if you are talking about next generation firewall, then we can learn multiple things. Okay, and everything is supported by next generation firewall. Then there is one more thing we discussed in the first time in the beginning of the class, starting of the class. So we are going to discuss about IPS as well. So let's take some information. Let's take from here, from the slide, so how it is going to be work and what is IPS, intrusion prevention system. So intrusion prevention system, IPS, is a network security software appliance or a device that can monitor network traffic for signature, malicious activity, security policy violation, and take action to prevent identified threat in a real time. It's mean, suppose that something is, this is your network, right? F firewall with IPS, or there is IPS between these devices as a proxy or something we call, and this is internet, and there is a public server, public DNS web file servers. Okay, public server. For this kind of the server is there, it will, what it will do, it will inspect real time traffic to find something. Suppose that there is a application installed in your network that is that is a just a what antivirus. Okay, if this is antivirus, and what it will do, it will check the signature every time. This is the just a antivirus. Okay, so it will check for every tap, it will check signature whenever the traffic is initiated from source to destination, or from one PC to another PC, or wherever it is going from. If that is your traffic is getting exit from your LAN card, at that point it is trying to be search for signature. Okay, in case if found something suspicious or something is malicious, then it is going to take action, and it is going to prevent our network, as well as it is going to prevent our machine workstation. Okay, similar, it is similar work, similarly IPS is also working in the network. Then there are some key features of IPS. That is, first, signature based detection. So what is signature based detection? IPS signature based detection is that when something is known and something is unknown. Okay, so it is segregating those of the thing. Something is known, definitely there will be a signature, and there is something, if there is unknown, then it will hold the traffic and it will create signature for that. Either it is good or bad, we already discussed. So IPM system use signature based detection technique to identify known threats and attack patterns. If there is something known, okay, in that is, in that case, it is checking for there, as well as it, if there is some attack pattern in the network, and if it is coming from outside, or it was initiated from inside as well. In that case, it is going to check everything based on signature, and it will allow that traffic, or it can deny as well. Okay, based on database. So where it is going to be checked, so it is going to be check signature in their database, or database which is installed in your network, either on the cloud, like Zscaler, or there are this is a good example. Zscaler is a good example for that. If you are talking about antiviruses, so antivirus can also do the same thing. Okay, then anomaly based detection. Anomaly based detection is that something, suppose that IPS system analyze network traffic behavior and pattern to identify what deviation from normal activity may that it may that indicates it is suspicious or malicious. Suppose that if you have installed an application, or if you have a file, and suddenly it is trying to run a command prompt, or it is trying to run up some program, then it will check, and because this is anomaly. Okay, and as per the condition, it will allow, or it will block, or it will allow as per the condition what we have configured for that particular file or particular network traffic. Protocol analysis. So what is protocol analysis? Protocol analysis is that, suppose that something is protocol like 80, 443, 22, 21. This is called the protocol number. Okay, so based IPS system inspect network protocol and packets header to detect anomalies, or inconsistency that may indicate attempt, exploit, or attack. Suppose that something is there, like if this is not allowed, that in that case, or someone is trying to get, suppose that you have enabled 80 and 443 only, and something someone is trying to get access for 443, not 443 double four double three or 22 telnet, something like that. Then in that case it will check protocol based every, and it will allow. So this port, these are the ports are not allowed, so it can be blocked. Okay. Then there is traffic blocking. So how it is going to be block the traffic? So traffic blocking is like that IPS system can take proactive measure to block and drop malicious traffic in a real time. It is not taking time to block the traffic. Okay, why it is doing that? Prevent, because it is preventing our network always, and it is always available, preventing attack from exploit vulnerabilities. Okay, or compromising network security. Suppose that something is compromised, or one, suppose one IP is there in the network, when it is trying to it is sending some in DOS to other network. Okay, not your network. Then what the firewall did? A firewall checked with the IPS, and it will create a database. So this is the traffic, and someone reported about this, so it can show us. So this is anomaly, and we can block the traffic if we have allowed that database directly to take action against that database. Then security firewall and IPS can block the traffic. Alert and reporting, this is similar thing which we have learned about, learn in our network, switches, routers, as well as the firewall. So it is also doing same thing. So IPS system generates alerts reporting to notify administrator to detected threat, about detected how many threats are detected in the network, security policy violation, who did the security violation, and when it's happened, and suspicious activities. Okay, like is there something suspicious activities, like someone's trying to upload the file on the cloud, if this is not allowed, or something like that. Okay, enabling timely response and remediation. So it will sync the data timely and remediate the things. Okay, so this kind of the thing can be done by IPS as well. So there are some benefit also of the IPS. If we have, then there is first benefit of the IPS, that is real time prevention. So real time prevention is that when the it is, if we are using IPS, then what it will do? IPS system provide real time protection against wide range, basically in the wide range, in the sense, suppose that we have in the publicly there are 94,000 plus networks, for example. Okay, 94,000 plus network, we are not talking about the IP addresses. So suppose that this kind of address is there, if something is coming from whole of the network, 94,000 plus networks, so in that case it will check, or if there is cyber threat, so including malware, exploit, intrusion attack, okay, intrusion attempt, and DOS attack. So it is going to be blocked at a real time. It will not going to wait for a time, so let it do. If there are administrator going to report this, then I will do that. It is not going to be wait for that. As per the database, it is just going to be blocked. Okay, and what it will help us to protect our network. Then there is enhanced security posture. So we already discussed in the firewall, so how it is going to be enhance our network security. Suppose that IPS system is co- already we know IPS system complement traditional firewalls, okay, and antivirus solution by providing an additional layer of defense against the advanced threat and zero-day exploit that may evade signature based detection techniques. How? Suppose that there is a antivirus installed in our system, so this is also also a part of that, and it will check for what databases. So whenever you are going to install a fire something, let me show you the example of signature, that here you can see. One second, it is not coming actually. So here you can see this is my antivirus installed, or here you can see let me go to the home. Here you can see there are 4 warnings, okay, and the database is up to date. If database is not up to date, it is scanning in a background, so it will check for that. And suppose if there is something malicious, in that case what it will do, it will alert, it will show, it will throw alert on a notification bar, or if you have enabled, suppose that this is something which we need to be resolved, so I will, epic pain is there, so maybe it is causing, it is doing something, so I will work on it and we can remediate the thing. So there is also one thing, so net updater, so it is trying to be update, but this is not, uh this is reported by many user in their which who is using the Kaspersky premium. In that case it is going to be check, and it, if there is something at, then it is going to be blocked, okay. So these are, these kind of the thing we can do. As well as there is reduce false positive. So suppose that false positive, what is the next feature is there, false positive. Suppose that something is allowed, but not for that user particularly. In that case it is, so there are false positive. If there is something false positive, then we can create a policy, and we can build that, we can say that if this is coming, then you don't have to create notification, or you don't have to create ticket for that. So it can do look like that. So IPS system, what it is doing, it is detect, it is using advanced technique and behavior analysis to minimize false positive and accurately identify genuine security threat. Suppose that something is in your network and it is still syncing. Suppose there is a your server, okay, and it will always sync with the load balancer by using 443. Okay, so there will be a IP address and there will be also a IP address. Okay, they all for syncing purpose to make this node up or down. If it is up or down, we can say that, we can say that if we have load balancer, for example LLB, this is server 1, server 2 and server 3. It is syncing to it is sending HTTP HTTP, it is using HTTP protocol to identify this node, it is up or not. Okay, so this is actually a protocol which is we are using to identify the network, a host that is up. Okay, but what it will do, it will create a alert. For why? Because you can see it will always take, so there are multiple attacks from this machine to this load balancer to this server, this load balancer to this server, and this load balancer to the server. You will get more than 3 times alert. So it will be definitely this is allowed in your network, and this is just a false, because we don't have required and we have allowed for that. So it will take that, and we can make that policy, and we can create a profile for that, and it will allow us to remediate the thing. And okay, let me erase it. Regularly and regulatory and compliance. What is regulatory and compliance is that, suppose if there if we have a system and there is something industrial level, uh, suppose that we have to check for, we are going to uh, we are going to do audit our network security services. In that case we have to, we are, what we are doing, we are checking just compliances. Okay, so it will check industry level, it will allow us to maintain industry level compliance in our network. Okay, it will okay, network, to remediate the thing and to protect our sensitive information, to protect our network, or to protect our organization, or particularly our sensitive information. Okay, we can say that. So these were the thing which which is come in the next generation firewall and IPS IDS. Hope you guys understand about it. So if you have time, then we can go with the next gen sorry, access point. So how it is going to be work and how it is going to be learned. Okay, what kind of the thing it is going to be do in the network. So and then we are going to discuss about next generation, we already done. Then we are going to discuss about our next topic, that is intrusion, oh sorry, introduction of access point. So Just wait a minute. If you want to take 5 minutes, then you can take. Or let me go continuously. So if you guys have time, then okay. Then let's go about. Let's talk about what is access point. So we already discussed in the first lecture. We saw the thing what we saw like how access point look likes and what kind of the thing it is doing. So here in this topic we are going to discuss in a brief what is access point, what kind of the thing it is going to do. So let's talk about access point. An access point is a network device that allow wireless devices such laptop, smartphone, tablet, and IoT like Alexa or Google. There is some radio devices. Okay, to connect wired to connect a wired network using Wi-Fi technologies. Okay, it is using what Wi-Fi technology to connect these devices in a your wired network. Access point are essential component of wireless local area network. That's called WLAN. Whenever we are talking about WLAN or WAN, so don't think about this is LAN. This is wireless local area network. So it's called well and serves as a central hub for wireless communication. Why it is called a wireless device and why it is wireless local area network. So suppose that we have a switch and there is a access point connected. Okay, and we have multiple user who is using like mobile, tablet, there is a laptop. Okay, everything can connect through Wi-Fi. We know that there is a tablet as well which can also connect through the Wi-Fi. So this is because of that, this is the essential device of the network, or this is a hub which is allowed to connect every devices. Okay, which can support wireless. Okay, so here you can see laptop we can connect if suppose that we have an IoT device. Okay, like Alexa can also connect through the Wi-Fi. Okay, so because of that it's called essential devices. And this is just creating a local area network and it is connected to your local area network. That's why it's called WLAN. Here you can see I already shown you the picture. So this is Cisco Wi-Fi, Cisco access point. Basically, this is not a Wi-Fi. This is a access point. Okay, which can use in indoor. And this is outdoor. Okay, this is outdoor. You can see these devices can be could be installed of your organization outside of your organization, or if you are working if you are in a college. So you can see there is multiple Wi-Fi installed in our campus to connect your students and teacher to their network for a class or something attempt, or email services to using email services or library ebooks or something like that. So these are the thing these how it is going to look like. Okay, so then we have what we have some benefits and some components of access point. So there are first components of access point, that is radio trans receiver. So radio trans receiver what it is sending radio frequency and it is also receiving this radio frequency. Okay, so whenever you are talking about radio frequency, then it must support radios signals. Okay, so then it's called radio frequency and radio trans receiver. The radio trans receiver is the core component of an access point responsible for transmitting and receiving Wi-Fi signal. If it is not receiving and transmitting the Wi-Fi signal, then it is not it is not called access point. Suppose that something only it is sending at a time, and it is only receiving one, it is sending one at only single time, and it is receiving at a single time, then it is definitely, it is not going to call Wi-Fi signal. It is going to be called wireless, but not Wi-Fi signal. Okay, and this is also called wireless transceiver. Then we have, it's operate on a specific frequency band like 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz. We have seen, we have multi-band routers, and it's look like that. And it supports various Wi-Fi standards like 802.11, 802.11n, and AC and AX. 802.11 is a wireless standard, and there is a three standard N, AC, or AX. So we will learn in a wireless thing in the deep. That's why I am leaving this at this now, because during the configuration of wireless, there will be a good understanding about it. So we have to just understand 802.11 is a wireless standard, and definitely it is going to be supported by everything. Then there is antenna. We already seen there is a outdoor Wi-Fi access point, and it is going to wireless access point, and this is going to be there was three antenna over there. Okay, so antenna of the access point, what it is doing, it is sending what, it is sending and receiving that wireless signal. Okay, so because of that we are using antenna. Antenna may be providing and coverage the all of the direction. It is sending, it is generating radio frequency. Suppose that this is an antenna. Okay, this is an access point, and this is an antenna. So it is sending their radio frequency surrounding their antenna within a network, or within a range. Basically within a range, either it could be a 50-meter range or something looks like that. It is focusing in a specific direction or long range communication. We are using antennas. Okay, if you are working in a home or in a small office, then you can use just general access point, which don't have in the first image of the diagram which I shown you. Okay, then there is Ethernet port. So Ethernet port is used to connect that access point to the your network. Okay, without it, it is not going to be work, because wireless thing, it is wireless thing. Just it is uh, providing us wireless signal, but it is not going to connect in a wireless mode. But it can connect, but there are something called mesh technology. So we will discuss here in a while. Okay, so wireless Ethernet port is used to connect that access point into the network. So either it is router, network, or Ethernet cable. Okay, it these ports enable data transmission between wireless and wired device. How wireless? Wireless in the sense access point, and wireless wired device in the sense switch or router or internet within the network. But it is going to work within a network. Suppose that you have directly connected your wireless WAN cable, ISP cable in the network, so it is not going to work. Okay, then there is a power source. So while to generate wireless radio signals, it must use it is going to use what, power source. So to use the power source, there is a device called PoE. It can work on PoE technology, power over Ethernet technology. Okay, so always we see when we will discuss about Ethernet cable, then we will discuss then definitely we are going to discuss about power power over Ethernet devices as well. So power over Ethernet devices can provide power to the wireless devices, which can deliver power to the Ethernet cable from PoE enabled switches or PoE injector. So there we will discuss about the PoE injector in later. There is a fifth section or fourth in the fourth section of CCNA. So we are going to discuss about it. Using an external power source, we can also do that is called injector. Because of that, why we are using, suppose that we don't have the PoE switches in the layer 2 switch and layer 3 switch, layer 2 and layer 3 switches. We saw that there is a devices where which can support PoE, as well as there was non PoE devices. Okay, so it will help us to make that access point up and working. We have required power, and to create to connect to allow that power, or to powering on that device, we have to use Ethernet cable or based power over Ethernet technology, or we can use injector as well. Okay, Then there is management interface. Management interface is just used for configuration such as CLI or GUI based configuration of that particular access point, or we can also upgrade by using console or management interface that access point. Okay, because of that thing we are using. Then there are some functions of access point. So it is what it is, there is a function is there. It is wireless connectivity. So what is wireless connectivity? Wireless connectivity we already discussed. So there it is covering some specific area of your network, and it is transmitting what is it transmitting wireless signal and allowing wireless devices to connect to the network. Okay, so this is the first thing. Then there is SSID broadcast. So what is SSID broadcast? Suppose that you are working on a mobile phone, and if you have enabled hotspot. Okay, just a second. So Said, we will try it tomorrow because tomorrow will be the last day of our course. So we will definitely discuss there related our computer network, router, switches, layer 2, layer 3 switches, next generation firewall, traditional firewall, as well as access point server. If like that, okay, as well as OSI model and TCP IP as well. So we are going to cover all of the topics as well. If there will be anything apart from it, so if that is necessary to understand that, definitely we are going to discuss about it. It's suppose that what is, then let's move to the topic. So what is SSID broadcast? Suppose that you have working you have a mobile phone and you have enabled hotspot. Okay, hotspot. So what it is creating, it is creating a Wi-Fi. It is just throwing an SSID in the network, so that suppose that your phone is iPhone. Okay, and you have created hotspot by name iPhone 15 Max Pro, like that. And what you have given, you have given the password as well. Okay, so it will flow, it will everyone can see in your some area of ranges, like within 10-meter radius, everyone can see this. There is a iPhone 15 Max Pro Wi-Fi hotspot is enabled, and this is password protected. So this name is called basically SSID. Okay, so it is called SSID. So what is the full form SSID? SSID is a service set identifier. Let me remove it. Service set identifier, which are unique name that identify wireless network. SSID allow okay, SSID allow wireless devices to discover and connect to available wireless network. So it is similar as your hotspot. It is quite similar, and we can say that it is actually that is the thing, hotspot. Okay, then there is authentication and encryption. Authentication we already know. We if we have enable we have configured password, and in that case it is going to be used. So there are some kind of security key. There is a WPA2 PSK. It Wi-Fi protected access to with pre-shared key. Okay, Wi-Fi protected access to with pre-shared key, or WPA3 PSK, secure access 3 with pre-shared key. It is preventing our network from unauthorized access. Suppose that you have enabled without you have enabled hotspot without any password, then it is going to be everyone can use your hotspot, and they can surf your internet. And if there is not nothing protected, then definitely they are going to do something malicious, or they can generate they can do attacking thing from your network as well. If there is an open thing, they can attack someone, and you will get and if the traffic is getting monitored by the cyber security team, definitely your device is going to be in the part you become it will become your that part of cyber threat as well. Then there is client association. What is client association? Client association is that access point manage the association of wireless client with the network by authenticating client devices, assigning IP addresses using DHCP, dynamic host control protocol. We already discussed about it in the first video, and facilitating communication between clients and the network infrastructure. Client association in the it will what is the required? There is authentication is required to associate the client. IP address is required but IP address is provided by the DSCP. Okay, it is you and why it is used, because if you have to work on internet, or if you are surfing internet, in that case we have to work, client association is important, because every Wi-Fi devices, it must connected through a wireless device, or either it is tower, either it is what we can say that wireless access point. Then there is remote roaming support. So roaming support look like that. If you are working in a network and you have connected with the multiple, you have multiple access point, and you are the lobby is really big, and you are moving from one location to other location in your organization. In that case, roaming support can allow to connect your device within with your network without any interruption, or without any without losing your communication. Okay, and there is quality of services. So quality of services is the same thing which we have already learned about, learn in routing as well as the switches, layer 3 switches. So quality service is the thing, this is prioritize our network traffic based on preferred criteria such as application layer, and traffic classification, or user prioritization. It can also suppose if you are using for we have enabled quality of services for particularly voice over traffic, then we can use it. Okay. Use case, what is the use case of access point? So there are use case to wireless deployment, wireless LAN deployment. So we already discussed about it, like if you have campus, or including if you have campus like school, including offices, hospital, hotels, public space, uh, to connect multiple users on these locations, we can use wireless deployment. Okay, so this is a just a first use case. Then there is a guest Wi-Fi access. So if suppose that in your network there is a specific guest based something, or lobby or guest based office, then we can also use the access point, because it is not allowing everyone to get the patch, connect their devices through a patch code, and there is required a text table or chair to sit to them, to sit there, and they can surf internet. They can use just they can directly connect their mobile devices, either it is laptop, mobile phone, tablet, by using Wi-Fi, guest Wi-Fi, and they can surf internet, and they can use your infrastructure. Bring your own devices policies. So what is bring your own devices? Suppose that in your network, in your organization, there is you have they have provided you a laptop, but they are also saying if you are using mobile phone to communicate your client by using email, or by using Teams, or by using Zoom call, in that case you can use your devices, and we can build a policy for your device. If this is your device, then you are not going to share information, you are not going to capture the screenshot, you are not going to record the call, something like that. So these kind of the thing policy we can configure on the devices. Then there is outdoor Wi-Fi coverage. So in case if we have outdoor Wi-Fi, okay, if we are using outdoor Wi-Fi coverage, then we can use what we can use outdoor Wi-Fi access point, and we can share our Wi-Fi network to the outdoor area as well in a campus. Okay, and then wireless mesh network. So I told if you have wireless network. Okay, am I audible? Okay, thank you. Just allow me, Said. I'll let me finish this. Maybe only we have only 2 slides, and after that we will discuss. Okay, what is wireless mesh network actually? Suppose that you have an access point that is a standalone, just there is a PoE. Okay, and it is connected through a switch, PoE switch, and multiple users are connected here. But it is just a simple diagram. Okay, don't think it is switch is connected to a router or switch something, some different devices. There is also a switch. Okay, and there is a EP switch. Switch is connected through a router, and there is a WLC wireless controller as well. Okay, and it is connected through a internet. So what it will do, it will if we have enabled mesh technology on the on this router, sorry, on both of the access point, in that case it will capture the signal from this access point, ap to ap1. ap2 will capture the connect with ap1, and it will share the traffic, and it will share the network to these devices, and these user can communicate to the internet without wire. So this thing called technology actually, but we are not using this multiple time because this is causing an issue multiple time. We have seen that, and we to troubleshoot this is actually really tough for us, because if you don't know about the technology, you never do, you never configure that the thing. I think I'm not audible. Hello, hello. Okay, yes, you, but let me check. I'm not able to listen anything on YouTube. Hello. Okay, I'm getting that. Your voice is clear. Okay, yeah, on the Zoom it is clear, but I think there is some issue with allowed, but there is issue in the. One second, one second, one second. I'm not able to hear anything on YouTube, so that's why. There is a one more channel is there. That is called Indian Cisco Group. So I think you are not able to hear anything over there. So just allow me a minute, and let me. Should I refresh it? It is going to work or what? Case change. Okay. Reloading site. Just I'm doing reloading. Hope it's work. Mm-mm. Okay. My that no issue. That is over on the other YouTube. So that's fine. Let's move here. Let's move forward. So wireless mesh. So wireless mesh we already discussed. So how it is going to work? So we already discussed. Okay. Then there is voice and video application. If we are using voice and video application, and access point can support voice and video application as well. Like voice application in the sense voice over IP for call and video conferencing, for video conferencing, and by prioritizing network traffic and ensuring low latency, jitter, and packet loss at the real time of communication. Okay, so it can also support. Then we have done from for here uh, in this case, and there are some benefits also of access point, that is we already learned about it. So let me show you. Flexibility and mobility we already discussed. So this is flexible and mobility. We can remove access point from one location, and let me take a pen. We can remove access point from one location and we can install easily, because this is flexible and we can easily allocate that device into different location. Then we have expandability. Suppose that we have to expand the traffic, then we can use mesh technology as well, so it will allow us to create expand our network. Then this is cost effective. Why it is cost effective? Suppose that if you have to connect to 50 users, okay, then you have required 50 IO port, okay, 50 patch code, cables, workstation, okay. Yes, so you can open Cisco Packet Tracer. Okay, so these are the thing we can, which is used to used in a wireless network. If you are using wireless wired network, if you are using wireless network, then there is not required, nothing is required for to connect users. I like IO port, cable connectors, or something, cables at workstation or something like that. Okay, so these are the thing. Then we have improve user experience. So definitely it is going to improve our users experience. How? Let me erase it. How it is going to be improved? It is reliable and high performance wireless connectivity enable user to access network resources and services from anywhere within coverage area. Like suppose that if you have a sit workstation, or they have allocated some workstation, if you want to work in a while walking, while sitting with your friend by then you can definitely you are going to use centralized management. Definitely this is there is a centralized management, because we are using WLC wireless controller that is used to manage all of the access point at a time, users, okay, and computers as well, we can manage from there. Then enhance security. What is enhance security? It is going to enhance our security by using some kind of protocol that is or encryption, like encryption, authentication, intrusion detection, to prevent wireless communication. As well as we can use some specific devices like NAC, network access control devices, that can also use to enhance our security posture. Okay, then there is a last thing of the this for today's topic of the access point, that is access point are essential network device. This is just a short what is access point, if someone is asking, then we can say that access point is an essential network device that provide wireless connectivity, enable mobility, and support wide range of use case in various environment. Okay, support wide range of use case in a various environment, either like office, campus, hotel, railway station, bus stand, okay, airport, hospital, we already discussed, okay, like hostel and college, university, many more location you can see that. Okay, by facilitating wireless communication and connectivity for user and devices, access point play a crucial role in a modern network infrastructure. Why? Because access point is a that device where it is just you can connect and you can use. No required of IO port, wire, like you can say that cables, and a specific seat. Okay, so there is nothing required. If we are talking about infrastructure, then, and it is also improving our productivity. Suppose that if you are comfortable with your friend and he's sitting on a workstation, you can take your laptop and you can go on their desk and you can use, and you can coordinate with them without any using any calls, or without making a call or messages. You can directly go with him and you can work with like that. Okay, so these are the things we can do by using access point. Hope you guys understand about it. If you have any query related to this, you can just ping us, and we will provide you the answer for that, why it is and we are using and what is this actually. Okay, so hope you understand about it. Thank you for watching this video as well. And Said, you have lots of questions, so today if you have time, then definitely you have, if you have open, then you can ask what you want to ask. You can, if you want, then I can unmute you. Mm-mm-mm. Unmute.
हेलो सर।
Hey, hi Said.
सर हिंदी में बोलूँगा
ओ-
चलेगा क्या?
ओके, चलेगा, क्यों नहीं चलेगा। मैं भी इंडियन हूँ भाई।
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था कि आप अपन लोग जो है सो जैसे गवर्नमेंट के साइट्स में चेक करता हूँ जहाँ पर जो है सो एजेंट डॉट गवर्नमेंट डॉट आई एन जैसा आता ना, तो सर डीएनएस में वो मतलब जैसा टॉप लेवल डोमेन रहता, सब डोमेन रहता,
हम्म।
तो ये कैसे आइडेंटिफाई होता है कि गवर्नमेंट की साइट जो है सो थोड़ा ज़्यादा लंबी रहती ना? फॉर एग्जांपल मैं यहाँ पर एजेंट लिख दिया, फिर उसके बाद
आप मुझे दिखाओगे, आप अगर स्क्रीन
हाँ,
शेयर कर।
मैं टाइप करके भेज रहा हूँ आपको।
ओके, एक काम कर सकते हैं, आपको मैं को होस्ट बनाता हूँ, ठीक है। आप ऑप्शन चेक करना, अगर जूम पे हो तो वो, आप जूम पे वर्क स्टेशन पे हो।
नहीं, मैं वेब ब्राउज़र के थ्रू ज़ूम को यूज़ कर रहा हूँ।
ओके, अच्छा, मतलब आप वर्क स्टेशन चला रहे हो ना, मतलब कंप्यूटर या लैपटॉप पे हो,
हाँ,
राइट।
हाँ। हाँ, हाँ।
ओके, तो एक काम करो, आप मुझे या तो चैट कर दो। ओके, ओके, एजेंट डॉट गवर्नमेंट डॉट इन। आप क्या कह रहे हो, इसको आप एनएस लुकअप कर रहे हो, राइट।
मैं मतलब कुछ ऐसा लुकअप नहीं कर रहा था, मैं जो है ये देखना चाह रहा था कि भाई डीएनएस जैसा अपने को www.google.com है, तो इसके अंदर
हम्म
जैसा अपना
हम्म
मेन डोमेन रहता। अब ये मैं फॉर एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं गवर्नमेंट की साइट का वो नाम मेरे को याद नहीं है।
हम्म।
तो मेरे को डाउट था कि मतलब इसके अंदर क्या टॉप लेवल डोमेन क्या रहता, सब डोमेन क्या रहता,
ओके,
क्योंकि इसके अंदर जैसे क्या एजेंट डॉट गवर्नमेंट डॉट जी ओ वी डॉट आई एन ऐसे टाइप का जो आ रहा
ये
था।
देखो, ये देखो, ये है pmindia.gov.in। सो डॉट इन फॉर इंडियन बिजनेसेस के लिए है, जीओबी सेल्स दैट दिस इज फॉर गवर्नमेंट, कि ये गवर्नमेंट के लिए है। इसका
जी।
डोमेन क्या हो गया, पीएम इंडिया। अगर आप पीएम इंडिया करते हो तो ये आ रहा है, ठीक है। लाइक
जी।
inc.com, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, ठीक है, आई थिंक ये होगा तो मिल जाएगा हमें। inc.com, ठीक है, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस की कोई वेबसाइट होगी, आई थिंक। मैंने अभी तक सर्च नहीं किया, फर्स्ट टाइम कर रहा हूँ। inc.in है। तो ये क्या दिखा रहा है, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस तो डोमेन हो गया, डॉट इन क्या हो गया, ये इंडियन इंडियन डोमेन है, ठीक है। और
अच्छा।
जैसे हम कॉम करते हैं, अब यहाँ पे दो टाइप की वेबसाइट मिलेगी, amazon.com खोल रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है।
हाँ
ये क्या
सर।
दिखा रहा है हमें, ये वायर वायर का रेंज, ये यहाँ पे देखो, आपको क्या दिख रहा है, इंग्लिश, ओके, ठीक है।
इंग्लिश।
ठीक
हाँ।
है, एक चीज और चलते हैं, amazon.in। अब यहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है, इंग्लिश इन इंडिया,
इंडिया इंडिया का लोगो है।
ठीक है। ऑटोमेटिक क्या आ रहा है यहाँ पे, यूएस, ठीक है।
हाँ।
तो यहाँ पे क्या दिखा रहा है आपका, चेंज करेंसी इन डॉलर। जस्ट आपको पहले समझा रहा हूँ, वैसे मैं अमेजन नहीं बता रहा हूँ। और यहाँ पे हम ऑलरेडी इंडिया में है, और यहाँ पे करेंसी जो भी आपको दिख रही होगी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कहीं चलते हैं, कहीं पे अमाउंट लिखा होना चाहिए बस, कहीं है नहीं कुछ। चलो अपन एक काम करते हैं, इस फोन को ओपन करते हैं यहाँ पे, और इस कीबोर्ड को यहाँ पे ओपन करते हैं, थोड़ा सा आपको समझ में आएगा। ये इंडियन रुपीज में दिखा रहा है,
हाँ।
और ये दिखा रहा है डॉलर में। तो
हाँ।
बेसिकली जैसे कॉम होता है, वो होता है वर्ल्ड वाइड, जो कि आपकी बहुत बड़ी कंपनी है, या फिर वर्ल्ड वाइड जा रहे हो। राहुल साहू, यस आई कैन अनम्यूट यू ब्रो, लेट मी, गिव मी अ मिनट। आप अनम्यूट कर सकते हो, आप करना एक बार अनम्यूट।
या ओके।
ठीक है, आप 2 मिनट रहना है ना, थोड़ा आप, थोड़ा टाइम देना, अगर आपका
ओके
कोई
ओके
क्वेश्चन है
ओके,
तो
हाँ
मैं
कोई
करता हूँ।
कोई इशू नहीं, कोई
ठीक है।
इशू
अब यहाँ क्या दिखा रहा है, अमेजन तो वेबसाइट है, डॉट इन इंडियन वेबसाइट है ये, और www ये हमारा रूट है वर्ल्ड वाइड डायरेक्टरी के लिए, ठीक है। तो
जी।
दिस इज कॉल्ड एक्चुअली डोमेन है। अगर आपके पास वैसा कोई है, जैसा आपने बताया था एजेंट डॉट वैसा करके, तो सब डोमेन की जो बात आती है, जब आपकी सब डोमेन की बात आएगी तो इसके आगे क्या आएगा, जैसे सब डोमेन एग्जांपल लूँ क्या, सब डोमेन एग्जांपल क्या होगा, कि इससे पहले एग्जांपल में होंगे, लाइक हेयर, दिस इज द एग्जांपल, photos.example.org, ये है सब डोमेन। यहाँ पे www नहीं दिख रहा आपको, लाइक gmail.com, अच्छा इनका तो सारे ही है। ये देखो google.com है, इसका
जी।
जो ये है ना, ये मेल, ये है इसका सब डोमेन। अगर
जी।
मैं इस चीज को कॉपी करता हूँ, कंट्रोल शिफ्ट N, आपको प्राइवेट दिख रहा होगा, ठीक, www डॉट, मैं डाल रहा हूँ mail.google.com, तो ये
हाँ।
जीमेल खोलेगा, नहीं खोल रहा है। अब सब डोमेन,
नहीं।
क्योंकि ये अच्छा रिजॉल्व नहीं हुआ होगा यहाँ से, अब ये डायरेक्टली mail.google.com खोलेंगे तो हमारे पास जीमेल खुल रहा है, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे आ गया जीमेल, तो account.google.com, तो ये अकाउंट वेरीफाई कराएगा। तो ये जीमेल क्या करता है, हमेशा अकाउंट बनाता है। तो ये होता है हमारा सब डोमेन, और www हमारा डोमेन नहीं है, कंसीडर होता है। अच्छा, मेरा ब्राउजर बंद हो गया, चलो कोई बात नहीं। तो ये चीज थी, हो गया आपका क्लियर।
हाँ सर, तो फिर उसके बाद जो अब जैसा इसके अंदर जैसा एजेंट डॉट सब डोमेन है एजेंट, तो
हम्म
गवर्नमेंट जो है सो डोमेन है, तो
हम्म।
जीओवी क्या रहेगा, फिर आईएन क्या रहेगा?
जियो भी रहेगा, गवर्नमेंट के लिए है स्पेसिफिक, वो सब डोमेन में ही आएगा। इंडियन डोमेन के अंदर जीओवी का डोमेन होता है खुद का, जो गवर्नमेंट क्या करते हैं, इन लोगों ने खुद का बना रखा है GOV.in। तो जितनी भी स्टेट्स हैं, और वो है ना आपकी, जितने भी स्टेट्स हैं इंक्लूडिंग, या तो वो आप इधर ये ले लो, राजस्थान है, महाराष्ट्र है, पंजाब है, सभी का GOV.in है। ओके, लेट
जी
मी शो यू एक एग्जांपल देखते हैं।
सर,
पता
ये
नहीं
टॉप लेवल डोमेन क्या रहता फिर?
एक्चुअल में टॉप लेवल डोमेन जो है, एक सेकंड देना मुझे यार, मेरा चल नहीं रहा ये कुछ, पता नहीं फिर से लैग हो रहा है। कहाँ गया, स्क्रीन दिख रहा है आपको?
आप ये पीपीटी जो खोले वही दिख रहा है।
नहीं, मैंने ब्राउजर खोला हुआ है।
यहाँ पर पीपीटी शो कर रहा है यहाँ पर।
अच्छा जी, ब्राउजर कहाँ गया, ब्राउजर ब्राउजर ब्राउजर, ओके
हाँ, अभी ब्राउजर आ गया।
ओके। सो टॉप लेवल डोमेन कैसे हो गया, लाइक कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसने क्या कर रखा है, राहुल आप हो यहाँ पे, RKS, आस्क टू अनम्यूट। ठीक है, लाइक टॉप लेवल डोमेन का एग्जांपल हो गया, जैसे कि हमारा लास्ट का जो था ना, .com, .in, .org, .net, लाइक gov.in, हम कोई भी कर रहे हैं, तो .in जो है ना हमारा, वो हो जाता है आपका एक टॉप लेवल डोमेन का एग्जांपल। लाइक UK हो गया, एंड google.com की जगह google.ua, google.in ये यूज कर रहे हैं, वो एज अ टॉप लेवल डोमेन हो जाता है, जिसको हम TLD भी बोलते हैं नॉर्मली। उसके बाद सब डोमेन हो जाता है, जैसे गवर्नमेंट इंडिया के अंदर ये गवर्नमेंट की वेबसाइट है, उसके बाद फिर एक सब डोमेन हो जाता है कि वो आपका स्पेसिफिकली उसके लिए है, जैसे PM इंडिया किया था हमने, तो PM इंडिया एक अलग से डोमेन बन गया। अगर उसमें भी PM इंडिया के अंदर आता है स्पेसिफिकली कि PM इंडिया के कुछ, जैसे photos.pmindia.gov.in होता, तो ऐसे करके होता, तो फिर वो आपका सब डोमेन में ही काउंट होता है, जैसे गूगल इमेजेस, image.google.com, तो google.com, ये कॉम तो गया टॉप लेवल डोमेन, गूगल हो गया सब
जी
इसका डोमेन, एक्चुअल डोमेन,
हाँ
ठीक है, जिसको मैं सब
जी
डोमेन बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन एक्चुअल डोमेन हो गया google.com। और ये इसका सब डोमेन हो गया इमेज। अगर इमेज की जगह हमने क्या लिखा था, मेल, ईमेल था ना
हाँ
शायद, ईमेल था आई थिंक,
हाँ,
सॉरी
मेल था सर,
मेल,
मेल था।
mail.google.com, तो जैसे
mail.com।
यहाँ पे मेल सब डोमेन चेंज हो रहा है, बाकी गूगल का सेम रह रहा है। और यूट्यूब का क्या है, यूट्यूब का शायद आई थिंक डिफरेंट वेबसाइट है। ओके,
youtube.com ही है ना उसका?
youtube.com है वो डायरेक्टली ना, यूट्यूब का अलग डोमेन है इसलिए। अच्छा, इससे रिलेटेड डोमेन देखना है आपको, तो जैसे है google.meet, प्ले, प्ले के लिए चलें एक बार देखते हैं गूगल प्ले का क्या है, play.google.com, तो इसका ये सब डोमेन हो गया।
सर, तो
अगर
अब कोई जो बंदा जो है सो, जैसा अब गूगल इतनी बड़ी कंपनी है, तो वो अपने लिए खुद के अलग 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 जैसा एप्लीकेशन है, उसके अलग अलग डोमेन क्यों नहीं रख लेता?
अब
क्योंकि
यार
इतनी बड़ी कंपनी है।
ये तो देखो उसको पता है कि गूगल के अंदर ये सारी एप्लीकेशन आती है, लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको यूट्यूब दिख रहा है, ठीक है, बट उनकी क्या पॉलिसी है अब ये वही जाने, वो क्यों बनाते हैं, कितनी बड़ी पॉलिसी है, लेकिन क्या होता है ना, मैनेज करना भी होता है, ठीक है, इनके पास है बहुत सारे बंदे हैं, बट आई डोंट नो व्हाई दे आर नॉट यूजिंग, एंड क्यों ये यूज कर रहे हैं ये भी नहीं पता। यार ये सब चीजें, आपके डिसीजन डिसीजन मेकिंग जो होते हैं ना बंदे, जब बात होती है, जब आपको डिसीजन कुछ बनाना होता है, तब ये चीजें देखी जाती है, अदरवाइज तो मैंने कभी ध्यान नहीं दिया है, क्योंकि हमें भी जब डोमेन लेना था networkingscholar.com और .in, जस्ट हमने लिया था और हम यूज कर रहे थे बस। तो हम उसके भागे से LMS बना रहे हैं, शॉर्ट शॉर्ट स्मॉल डोमेन बनाएंगे, सब डोमेन बनाएंगे, तो हम जैसे यूज करेंगे video.lms networkingscholar.com, ओके, जैसे ccna.networkingscholar.com, तो वो सब डोमेन होगा हमारा फॉर स्पेसिफिक ccna। अगर आप ccnp.networkingscholar.com करोगे तो ccnp पे चले जाओगे। सो वो आपका एक मैनेज थिंग होता है। अगर आप एक ही डोमेन से चाहे तो मैनेज करना, तो आपके लिए बेटर रहता है, क्योंकि आपको ज़्यादा पे नहीं करना पड़ता, ज़्यादा एसएसएल की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं बिहाइंड दैट।
जी ठीक। अच्छा
ठीक है।
सर।
यस
सर
राहुल।
एक
हम्म।
एक और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन था। मंडे
हम्म।
के दिन जो है सो मेरा इंटरव्यू है, मतलब मैं फ्रेशर हूँ तो मेरे को इतना कुछ एक्सपीरियंस है नहीं इंटरव्यू का। और
हम्म।
वो लोग जो है सो कॉल सेंटर वाली कुछ जॉब है, तो वो ट्राई कर रहा था मैं। तो क्या उसके लिए जाऊँ या फिर साइबर सिक्योरिटी तो मेरा गोल है, या वो करते करते करूँ?
यू आर गणेश राइट?
सर मैं शोभन हूँ, सैयद।
शोभन सैयद। यू आर फ्रॉम
सैयद शोभन
आप?
है।
ओके। आप कहाँ से हो? कर्नाटक, आई थिंक केरला से।
नहीं नहीं, मैं तेलंगाना से हूँ।
अच्छा, हमारी कभी पहले बात हुई है?
सर मैं चैट्स पे ही आपसे ज़्यादा जो है सो।
ओके, इट्स ओके। तो जैसे आपका गोल अगर साइबर सिक्योरिटी है, अगर आपकी कम्युनिकेशन सही नहीं है, अगर आप, देखिए मैं दो चीज़ें बताना चाहूँगा, आप ध्यान से सुनना। अगर कम्युनिकेशन आपका सही नहीं है, इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन इन द सेंस, क्योंकि साइबर सिक्योरिटी में जाओगे डेफिनेटली आपको इंग्लिश आना चाहिए।
जी
ठीक है।
जी।
अगर आपको कॉल सेंटर की जॉब मिल रही है और वो आईटी बेस्ड कॉल सेंटर है, लाइक ट्रबल शूटिंग है, सपोर्ट्स है, कुछ आपको समझा रहे हैं, ठीक है, या आपको समझाना है लाइक क्या कैसे हम इसको काम में लेंगे, क्या कहते हैं, कैसे आपने, मतलब मान लो कि यूट्यूब को ट्रबल शूट करना है तो कैसे करोगे, डीएनएस लुकअप करना है कैसे करोगे, और भी बहुत सारी चीजें। अगर ये सब चीजें उसमें देखने को मिल रही है तब तो ठीक है, तब तो आप डेफिनेटली जाओ। अदरवाइज भाई आप पढ़ो, थोड़ा सा और पढ़ो और उसकी तरफ मूव हो आप। नेटवर्क थिंग, नेटवर्क की चीजें पढ़ो, क्यों आप फालतू में साइबर सिक्योरिटी की बजाय आप कॉल सेंटर में जा रहे हो? क्योंकि एक बार पैसा हाथ लग गया ना जिस दिन, फिर आप नहीं कर पाओगे, कहोगे यार अब चलने दे, अब पैसा तो मिल ही रहा है ना, क्या दिक्कत है। फिर आपकी चीजें वहीं खत्म हो जाएगी, ये मेरा मानना है। क्योंकि
नहीं
आपको
सर,
जो
मैं
जाना है।
रिसेंट टाइम्स में जो है सो एक 6 मंथ से जो है सो मी सेवा जो रहती ना, वहाँ पर भी जो है सो जॉब करा था। वहाँ पर जो है सो सैलरी उतनी नहीं थी,
हम्म।
7,000 पर मंथ के हिसाब से थी, क्योंकि मुझे कुछ आता नहीं था वहाँ पे।
हम्म।
लेकिन विद इन 1 मंथ मैं सीख लिया कि भाई क्या करना है क्या नहीं। तो अब वो तो वर्क कर लेता आ रहा था, और साइड में वहीं ऑफिस के इस पे जो है सो वहाँ पर ही जो है सो प्रैक्टिस वगैरह भी करते रहता था मैं।
वहां
तो
पे
अब
क्या
उतना
काम
तो
होता था जनरली? काम क्या होता
अ,
था?
आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड,
ओके।
ये
देखो
और
यार,
लीगल
अगर
बैंकिंग का।
ये सब चीजें है ना, देखो बेसिकली साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आता नहीं है, ठीक है। तो
हाँ।
आप कोशिश करो कि अगर आप साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आपका गोल है, मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि गोल है ना बड़ी मुश्किल से मिलती है। अगर आपने सोच लिया, बस सोचने से कुछ नहीं होता, आपको करना पड़ेगा। तो आप डेफिनेटली पहला पढ़ो, सिक्योरिटी पढ़ो। ठीक है, सिक्योरिटी के साथ साथ आप धीरे पहले लग जाओ नेटवर्क बेस्ड कंपनी में, जो जहाँ पे आपको नेटवर्क सीखने को मिल रहा है, चाहे वो छोटी कंपनी क्यों ना हो, और आप
जी।
वहां से स्टार्ट करो। बाकी ये, बाकी आप कॉल सेंटर में जा रहे हो, मुझे नहीं पता या आपको भी नहीं पता कि क्या करवाएंगे, तो उस केस में आपको दिक्कत हो सकती है फ्यूचर में।
अच्छा।
क्योंकि आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस होगा कॉल सेंटर का, फिर भी आप तो फ्रेशर ही रहोगे, अल्टीमेटली आप पैसे कमाओगे।
हाँ।
यस।
तो सर मैं अभी मतलब वहाँ पर जाके इंटरव्यू दूँ, या फिर मतलब उन लोग जो है सो ऑफर, उनके पास जो है सो जॉब वैकेंसीज थोड़े ज़्यादा है, जैसे कि आईटी हेल्प डेस्क के लिए भी पूछ रहे वो लोग। तो मेरे को वो काम तो आता है कंप्यूटर हार्डवेयर का। तो क्या उसके लिए मैं ओके करा दूँ वहाँ पर, या फिर कॉल सेंटर के लिए ही चले जाऊँ?
अगर देखो एक्सपीरियंस आपको लेना है, मेरा तो यार यही है कि थोड़ा, अगर अगर आपका अगर फैमिली बैकग्राउंड सही है, ठीक है, अगर आपका 2-3 महीने चल पा रहा है, तो डेफिनेटली अप्रैल आ रहा है, मार्च क्लोजिंग है, अप्रैल आ रहा है, आप थोड़ा सा और पढ़ लो। और थोड़ा सा और पढ़ने के बाद आप ट्राई करो कि सीसीएनए बेस्ड जॉब ले लो, या कोई और बेस्ड जॉब ले लो, वो बेटर रहेगा, क्योंकि वो आपका फ्यूचर ही बिल्ड करेगा।
और सर ऐसा है कि मेरे को जो है सो एक्चुअल में जो है सो मैं कर रहा था कि मेरे को सर्टिफिकेशंस के लिए ना पैसे जमा करने का था, तो इसीलिए
डियर,
मैं कर
एक
रहा था।
एक चीज़ और बताता हूँ, अगर आपको सर्टिफिकेशन के लिए पैसे जमा कर रहे हैं तो आप जॉब करते हुए भी कर सकते हो। कोई पहले ही पढ़ते जाते ही सर्टिफिकेशन नहीं मांग लेगा आपसे। आपको 2-3 महीने का टाइम मिलेगा, ठीक है, अगर आपकी 20,000 रुपये सैलरी होती है, 15,000 भी मिनिमम मान लो सैलरी होती है। अगर आपका कोर्स का खर्चा पता है कितना है, 30,000 रुपये कोर्स का खर्चा है। अगर आप सर्टिफिकेशन के चक्कर में रहोगे, 6 महीने आपको देने पड़ेंगे कहीं भी। अगर आप 60,000 कमाओगे तब 30,000 इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो। ठीक है, पहली बात।
जी।
आप जब 10,000 रुपये के हिसाब से भी, अगर आपको मान लो कि कहीं 10,000 रुपये की जगह 15,000 भी जॉब दे दी, तो 5 महीने तो आपको उसको लगेंगे। प्लस सीसीएनए पढ़नी पड़ेगी, तब जाके क्लियर होगा। तो कोई ऐसे तो हवा में हो नहीं जाने का है। मैं
हाँ।
भी इतनी देर से अगर इंट्रोडक्शन दे रहा हूँ या पढ़ रहे हैं या हम क्लासेस ले रहे हैं, तो हमें भी पढ़ना पड़ता है। हमने ऑलरेडी नो डाउट की पढ़े हुए हैं, फिर भी लैग कर जाती है चीजें। और कोर्स में तो ये नहीं होगा कि दोबारा रीअटेम्प्ट कर लोगे आप। वो फिर रीअटेम्प्ट के $300 ही लगने हैं। $300 आज की रेट में होती है 24,000 के आसपास, अप्रोक्स
जी।
मैं बता रहा हूँ। एक सेकंड चेक ही कर लेते हैं आज। डॉलर इन INR एंड CCNA का ऑलमोस्ट कोर्स, ठीक है, इतने जा रहे हैं, 25,000 का जा रहा है।
जी।
तो फिर सोचो, 25,000 रुपये आप इसमें दोगे और एक बार में अगर पास नहीं हुए तो फिर क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं होगा। ठीक है, और ना नॉलेज रहेगी आपके पास। तो चीजें हैं, कुछ चीजें हैं जो आप अगर कंसल्ट करना चाहते हो, हम उसको ऑफलाइन कंसल्ट कर सकते हैं। आप कहो तो कल सेशन भी रख सकते हैं आपके साथ सेपरेटली। आपका जो भी डाउट होगा उसमें क्लियर हो जाएगा। अगर आपने को जाना साइबर सिक्योरिटी में, तो मेरा सजेशन यही है कि उसी की तरफ जाओ, दूसरे रास्ते पे जाने की भाई कोई जरूरत नहीं है।
सर आपके हिसाब से कोई बेस्ट सर्टिफिकेशन करूं या फिर मतलब ट्रेनिंग तो ज़रूरी रहेगी। और
ट्रेनिंग ही
कम
करो, सिर्फ आप ट्रेनिंग करो और ज्वाइन करो सबसे पहले।
मैं यूट्यूब पे जैसे काफ़ी ज़्यादा वीडियोस देखा कि सर्टिफिकेशन के बगैर तो कुछ होने नहीं वाला है, क्योंकि मेरी अभी तो डिग्री का फर्स्ट ईयर ही कंप्लीट होने वाला है। तो
अच्छा चलो, एक काम करते हैं, आपके साथ इसके लिए सेपरेट सेशन रखते हैं। आप एक काम करिए, एक ईमेल आईडी नोट करो, support.networkingscholar.com। ठीक है, आप वहाँ पे रिक्वेस्ट कर दो कि कल सेशन रखना है, प्राइवेट सेशन बिटवीन आपके और हमारे साथ। तो हम एक सेशन क्रिएट करेंगे और वहाँ पे सेपरेटली डिस्कस करेंगे। बिकॉज ये क्लास की रिकॉर्डिंग है, तो इसमें
हाँ,
भी हमारी
मैं
डिस्कशन
भी
जाएगी।
इतना डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाह रहा था,
नहीं
लेकिन
नहीं,
क्या
ये
क्या
रिकॉर्डिंग
होता
उसमें चली जाएगी ना, इसलिए।
है।
ठीक
अच्छा,
है,
अच्छा।
तो
ठीक है,
वो
सॉरी
थोड़ा
सर।
सा रहे। इट्स ओके, इट्स ओके, कोई नहीं। मैं सेपरेटली इसलिए कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि वहाँ पे हम अलग से डिस्कशन होगी तो चीजें होंगी, तो वहाँ कर सकते हैं।
जी सर।
ठीक है,
सपोर्ट डॉट।
support.networkingscholar.com, networkingscholar.com की वेबसाइट खोलिए, वहाँ पे आपको ईमेल आईडी मिलेगा, आप वहाँ मेल कर देना।
अच्छा, ठीक है सर, ठीक है, ठीक।
ठीक है, एक सेकंड।
थैंक यू सर।
इट्स ओके भाई, थैंक यू। हाँ राहुल, आपका क्या क्वेश्चन था? हेलो राहुल। राहुल।
हेलो।
यस राहुल।
मैं भाई मैं ऐसे हो रहा था जैसे मैंने ना मैंने एक चीज ये पूछा जैसे मैंने ना अभी एक जैसे मैंने एक कंपनी में मैंने अभी अप्लाई किया था, है
हम्म।
ना। इधर सीनियर कोऑर्डिनेटर में मेरा सिलेक्शन हुआ है। बट
एक मिनट
वो
देना
मुझे
राहुल, एक मिनट देना आप, है ना, एक मिनट देना, मैं वीडियो स्टॉप कर दूँ एंड वो कर दूँ, है ना।
ओके ओके, नो इशू नो इशू नो इशू।
ओके। ओके गाइस, जो यूट्यूब पे हैं प्लीज़ आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, एंड देन वी विल मीट टुमारो एट 8 p.m, sharp 8 p.m, with the new topic will be and our new topic will be, let me see what is that, day 5, and that is our routing protocols, and or if needed then we will go for configuration part of routing switching. Okay, so we will meet tomorrow, and if you haven't subscribed our channel, you can just subscribe our YouTube channel, that is Networking Scholar. And if you want to contact us, then please follow the link for contact us page in the below of the website, and you can just message us so that we can directly connect with you. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.